Hey guys, and welcome to Life Lessons with Lariani. Today's life lesson is on the importance of doing things in a timely manner. So a couple of lessons ago, I did mention how I wanted to start this 40-day series on a specific day. But there was a lot of busyness going on that day, and so I ended up waiting until the final hour to actually record and then try to upload, put it onto my computer, and then put it onto YouTube. And every obstacle that could have gotten in the way came in the way. And so I knew right away that I wasn't going to be able to meet my goal of starting on a specific day. But one of my lessons was to try again, and so I did the next day, and that was my official start date of my 40-day series of Life Lessons with Lariani. Now today, I was fortunate enough to see my lesson play out. So I have an audition that is due a day from now. But I had planned to do it a day before because I was getting coaching and I would have my mom be my reader because there were scenes in Spanish. Now my mom lives 3 hours ahead of me. So what's 5 p.m. here is 8 p.m. there. And she also had an early call time for work. And so I wanted to make sure that I was honoring her time. But what ended up happening was, even though I had planned a day in advance and I had it scheduled with my mom and I had done it after coaching and I had told my roommate hours before when I would be doing my self-tape, something still came in the way, of course, right? And what ended up happening was that when I told my roommate, oh, I'm gonna start, she was upstairs making noise. She's like, oh, just give me 20 minutes and then we'll be out. Those 20 minutes turned into an hour, which granted, yes, it was an hour of more memorizing, an hour of talking with my mom, but it was an hour that brought up anxiousness in me. Even though I wasn't anxious for the role, I wasn't anxious for who I was auditioning for, I wasn't anxious for the project, because at the end of the day, if it's for me, it's for me, and if it's not, then hopefully at least I'll book the room. Which is a saying in the acting community that if you book the room, that means the casting director liked your performance. You might not be right for that specific role, but they'll continue to call you in because they want to find you a part, right? So booking the room. So I thought, you know what, it's okay. If I don't book the role, at least I'm booking the room. But the anxiousness came in is because I still gave myself a deadline. I gave myself a deadline because I wanted to make sure that my mom went to sleep in time to have enough rest to go to work the next day. And because I had a table read to attend to. And because I just didn't want to push it another day. But as this anxiousness was building in, my mom told me to breathe and to remember that I can always do it tomorrow. Now that's a saying I don't like to hold on to. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Because it reminds me of a time of laziness for me when I would just push things to the next day. So I didn't like this saying of we have to until tomorrow, but it was a reassurance and a thankfulness that I planned ahead of time because I would have been a lot more stressed out had it been the day of when the self-tape was due. So this is just one example, one story of me being able to take into account that lesson and applying it to make sure that I give myself enough time for any and all obstacles to take place so that I can accomplish what I'm setting out to accomplish, hopefully without as much stress as it would be if I had seconds for it to be due. So thank you for watching this video all the way through. Thank you for constantly supporting me and watching my life lessons. I truly do hope that these life lessons are landing for you and that you can apply it into your own lives. Thank you again, and I will see you guys tomorrow.